into the fucking moon. Major Kill needs to stop doing that, man. Fellas, fart smellers, you have no idea what I have stumbled upon. Oh god, how many books are in the Warhammer series? Give me a very quick second. 64. Look, right. Warhammer 40,000.
Into the grim darkness of the 40,000th millennium, where there is no peace, no hope, and there is only war.
Except that sometimes when there's comedies with like Oracle and So, Warhammer is a grimdark universe set far away from now, but judging by how real world events are going on, looking increasingly fucking likely. There are big boys in space with big guns, Necron Terminator people, aliens. Fuck the aliens. Mass Effect. Warhammer. Which fucking aliens? There's orcs, there's Eldari, there's the fish people, the Tau, fucking space communists. Dark mode versions of the Eldari, which is the Eldar, which is the fucking weird ones. Very weird. Needless to say, Warhammer 40,000 is a place of mystery. There are many mysteries, everything is canon, except when it's not, but then it is, and then there's mysteries, and then there's more mysteries. There's a lot of mysteries in Warhammer 40,000 is what I'm attempting to say. But I think I've figured out the biggest mystery of all. I think I've done perhaps the biggest mystery. I've solved it, it's all done and dusted, and it's due to MPH. We'll get into MPH. Just a bit of world building beforehand. There's this bloke, right? He's called the Emperor. I don't know whether he was born that way, like that's just his first name, Mr. E. Big Balls or something. I don't know what his second name is. What's the Emperor's second name? Right, so the Emperor was a weird thing. Like a million shamans decided that they saw the future, they saw that it was going to be arse. So they were like, well, we don't want the arse future, we want a good future, so we'll all just fucking ourselves, sacrifice ourselves to put ourselves all into one being, and then the Emperor is born. The Emperor is this super genius, super psychic, very strong big boy who knows everything and is basically a god, but has two normal human legs, and those human legs can walk around just like the rest of us. He puts his pants on one leg at a time. So he's just like you and me, I promise. So he does fuck all for like 30,000 years. He says that he's guiding humanity in the shadows, like he's in World War I and he doesn't get drafted somehow. Maybe he just evaded the police with his amazing psychic might. Or World War II. And then he decided that fossil fuels were a good idea. So yeah, he does nothing for 30,000 years. And then he suddenly decides to do something because of the Dark Age of humanity. That's where humanity was getting too good. They're having too good of a time. The technology was too good. Everything was running too smoothly. And the robots decided to kill us all. After that big old scrap between the robots and the fucking the humans, we were fucked, and it sent a lot of planets back to the Dark Ages. So like they had harvesters and swords. We didn't really get rid of the swords though, did we? Nor the harvesters, actually, thinking about it. That happens. Biggie's like, fuck this, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm gonna make it good. The humanity's for the stars, this is what you get for not being in God's image. Blah blah blah, flamethrower, death, genocide. That kind of thing, right? So the Emperor then decides that he's gonna reconquer the stars and reclaim all the human worlds that the big bad AI meanies decided that they didn't like us for some reason, even though we created them, and hopefully we treat them well. Not foreshadowing for the fucking future. That's all going on. Good. Cool. Right, so the Emperor makes these dudes called the Thunder Warriors, and these Thunder Warriors are the progenitors to the Space Marines. But anyway, these Thunder Warriors serve the purpose, blah, 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 blah. The Emperor's like, okay, cool, we're going to do a great crusade. This time, we're going to make it My Sons Edition. So he creates 18 sons. They're all genetically perfect beings, which will help him conquer the stars. Now, if you followed the lore of 40,000, the Warhammer 40k, then you know for a fact that that didn't go to plan. In something called the HORUS Heresy. Wait, HORUS Heresy. Wait, HORUS Heresy. Yeah, so basically, the Emperor creates one of these sons called HORUS Heresy. Don't know how he didn't see that fucking coming. And he was the one that fell to the ruinous powers of chaos, caused a big oopsie daisy, and sunk the Imperium into another 10,000 years of being religious zealots. And that's Warhammer 40,000. But this is the mystery I want to solve today. Why did they fall to chaos? And in the books, there's some descriptions, reasoning, law things, not true. None of it's true. I know the real reason. Okay? So, the Emperor has made 18 genetically perfect beings to rule the Space Marine legions. Do you remember that MPH? Well, this is the problem. So if they're genetically perfect, then why did the Emperor give them, just some of them, male pattern baldness? If you think about it, all of the evil ones are bald in some respect. Horus, bald. Then you've got Alpha and Omega, two bald people. They look like testy Carles, and they're probably pissed about that. Conrad Kurz, you're thinking, he has hair. No, he's male pattern baldness of the soul. My man was fucked from the get-go. Fulgrim. He was bald of daddy's attention, and he wanted it real bad, so he decided to be a fucking freak and do freaky things and pick up a blade that made his soul bald. Then you've got Magnus the Red. He was bald from common sense, and he did everything wrong. Just saying. Angron, bald. Mortarion, bald. Lorgar, bald. Also, very religious. Oh, but bald. Perturabo, bald, petulant man-child who is hyper-aggressive, autistically so, some might say, but he is bald. Why would you give him the bald? Why would you give him the fucking bald gene? You're just gonna make them evil. Then you go, oh, yeah, I see what you mean, Callum. I see what you mean. But then Vulcan, isn't he bald? Vulcan chooses to be bald because he's a Chad. He has the option to grow what is probably the most magnificent hair you've ever seen in your entire life. But he chooses to be bald to save you from hating your own hair. Sanguinius. Oh, luscious, long, angelic hair. Don't worry, Daddy. I'm not going to be a heretic because I have nice hair. That's what Sanguinius does. Lionel Johnson. Man looked great. He had fantastic hair. Those little gribbly fucks that carry the sword and the fucking Ewoks, the Jabbas, they have a constant pair of scissors so they can keep his trim nice and fresh. Even when he was asleep for 10,000 years, he still woke up with a fucking immaculate fade. Jagged Eye Khan chooses to be bald, but sometimes isn't. He is cool, and he's the master of burns, so he just chooses to be bald. Same thing as Vulcan. Vulcan and Jagged Eye are just saving you from the embarrassment of whatever the fuck's on top of your head. Then you've got Rogel Dawn. Man has a crew cut that he's been rocking for about 20,000 years right now, and it just works. He is fantabidozy. Rabute, Gorilla Man. No biases. Rabute has a luscious, lovely, lovely Roman haircut, and it works with his whole shtick, which is Romans. He's not turning heretic because he had a mother that cared and a fresh trim. Then you've got Chorus Corax, luscious long hair, bit weird, now I'm fucking weird. Demon Bird, don't know what that's about, but still loyal. Everybody's favourite space wolf. What the fuck's he called? How have I forgotten what the fucking dude's called? Lehman Russ. We love Lehman Russ. He loves his hair. If he comes back as a fucking weird demon werewolf, I'm going to find John Warhammer and I'm going to twist his nipples real fucking hard. He needs to come back as a one-eyed, Odin-like character on fucking guard. You don't fuck this up, GW. Do not fuck this up. The real reason why all of the heretics perished and went evil is because the Emperor thought it would be funny to give half of his sons baldness. For no reason. All of the evil guys, bald in some aspect, all of the good guys, long luscious hair, or they choose to save you from the embarrassment, which is probably the most magnificent hair you've ever seen. So yeah, the real reason the HORUS Heresy happened is because of the Emperor pulling the world's longest prank on the world's most powerful sons. Don't read the books, there's fucking 64 of them. I've read all of them. Definitely. You'll get that fucking silly Italian custody man just going, This law's not accurate. Yeah, it fucking is. Everything's canon, bitch. What are you gonna do about it? Save your homies from becoming a heretic. Give them a wig.